Welcome to episode 5 of Cooking with Olivia. Today we are making pretzels. I'm so excited because we're making the pretzels for the Après Ski social event that Club Mont Ste. Marie is hosting on March 29th. It's going to be awesome. And I was already obsessed with the idea of having pretzels, but I became more obsessed when I was out at Lake Louise and they had delicious pretzels available in the lodge. So today we're making yummy pretzels that will be featured as one of the snacks at the Après Ski event on March 29th at the Ryan 2. Oh, but first, before we cook, it's hard to get good health these days.
I know, it's
honestly.
terrible.
Okay, cheers to us.
Cheers!
Happy
Cheers!
Après Ski.
Join us on the 29th.
Okay, to start the pretzels, we're going to proof our yeast. So that involves 1 1/4 cup of warm water, not hot. It should be just lukewarm. If it's too hot, you'll kill your yeast, and that would be sad. Okay, in goes 1 1/2 teaspoons. Actually, I think it's just 1 teaspoon of sugar. That's the food for the yeast. So there. Give it a stir. There we go. And then sprinkle on top your yeast. This is baker's yeast. It's not instant yeast. It's baker's yeast, whichever brand you want. So I'm going to sprinkle that on the top here. And then we're going to wait 10 or 15 minutes for the yeast to get all activated and super foamy and smelling really good. Look at this beautiful masterpiece of yeast happening here. This is awesome. So that is a-okay perfect. So then next in the KitchenAid Mixmaster bowl, can't live without one of these things. It's literally life-saving. This, life-saving. Okay, 5 cups of all-purpose flour. So I'm just going to dump that right in here. So that's 5 cups. And then 1 1/2 teaspoons of table salt and 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. Okay, and then with this funky thing here, it's the bread dough hook for the life-saving KitchenAid Master, or whatever this thing, Mixmaster thing. Okay. So we're just gonna blend those ingredients together. Okay, then make a little hole in the middle here. Whoopsie. Hole. Then pour our yeast and water mixture into the hole. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna use a spatula to get every last bit of this glorious yeast stuff into here. Okay, and then we're gonna let her rip, mix together. And the bread hook is gonna do the kneading of the dough, so you avoid the workout of having to knead the dough yourself. Okay, look at this, it's amazing. Okay, so this is doing its thing. If you think your dough is too stiff, like your KitchenAid is working a little too hard, you can add in a couple more tablespoons of water. Okay, so we had a little issue with the KitchenAid. It started smoking. So now I'm resorting to hand kneading because I think I fried the motor of the KitchenAid. I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, so I'm doing the rest of the kneading by hand. So you squish it with this part of your palm, and then quarter turn. Squish. Quarter turn. The bowl of the injured KitchenAid. And we're going to rub the dough with some oil, or just maybe a tablespoon of oil. And that's just to keep it from drying out, so we're gonna do that. Vegetable oil or olive oil, whatever you got. Okay. And now you're going to let your dough proof, which basically is a fancy word for rising. So the dough is going to rise. To do that, what I like to do is keep it in a draft-free zone. So in a traditional oven, what works is if you turn the light on in your oven, it creates a nice warm environment, but not too warm so that you would kill the yeast, because you don't want to do that. And a draft-free environment to allow your dough to rise. So I'm going to cover it with a damp cloth, or you can use saran wrap, but I use a damp cloth. And I'm just going to pop it in here. Now, the only caveat is you got to make sure nobody turns the oven on. So, an après ski party is not a very good après ski party without a signature cocktail. So we have Ray here today to do a couple of signature cocktails for us. Ray, what are you making today?
So today we're going to start with a Winter Negroni. And so the ingredients for the Winter Negroni.
What is the second one?
The second one will be the Hugo, the Hugo.
Okay.
The Hugo Spritz.
Take it away, Ray.
All right. So then the ingredients for a Winter Negroni are, first of all, Campari. You need any dry gin. We prefer Blind Man's Bluff, where their motto is, if you're not blind the next day, somebody somewhere did something right. The other most important ingredient is a sweet vermouth. Any vermouth will do perfectly fine. Orange bitters. Okay. Some orange juice. Product of Quebec. Egg whites and a little bit of club soda. Okay. So, and then rosemary and sugar. First thing we got to do is muddle the first few ingredients, which are going to be, I'm going to make 2 drinks here. So roughly speaking, 1 teaspoon of sugar, white sugar, about a sprig's worth of rosemary. At the bottom, add a little bit of the orange juice, and that's going to be exactly 3 ounces of orange juice. Once you've got those first ingredients put in, you need to muddle it a bit. And that's really just to bring out the essence of the rosemary. Finally, we get to the good stuff. 2 ounces of gin. We're going to add exactly 2 ounces of the Campari. Another 2 ounces of the vermouth. Finally, just a couple drops of orange bitters. We're going to add egg whites I previously separated, and the egg whites can't have any yolk in it whatsoever. And I have 2 egg whites in there, 1 for each drink. And just to make sure it's got enough of a little fizz, we add just a touch of club soda, like so. This calls for, first of all, a dry shake for about a minute. Oh, it's got enough fizz. We're going to add some ice, and they then say to shake it as long as you can stand. The dry shake is really just to bring the fizz up on the egg white, and this is to chill the entire drink. As Miss Olivia would say, it's all about the garnish. For presentation, and then what you end up doing is it ends up falling in the drink. Now we have Mr. Bob Sudermeter here to enjoy one of these drinks with me. There you go. Cheers. A Winter Negroni.
Isn't that spectacular?
Thank you. So our second cocktail for Après Ski, coming straight from Italy. This is the Italian Après Ski drink, apparently, is the Hugo, otherwise known as the Hugo Spritz. We started off with mint. Lots of mint. The more the merrier, but this is good for one drink. Just lightly would muddle it, just to break up the veins, bring out the oils. Okay. So that's all you gotta do. You can start, as soon as you touch it, you'll smell the mint in the drink, which is perfect. You then would add half an ounce of Saint-Germain from France, or thereabouts. Finally, 4 ounces of Prosecco. Italian Prosecco is apparently the preferred, and what we've seen people do with all kinds of bubblies. There you go. A wheel of lemon, and give it a little twist, plop it in. A wheel of lime. And if you have more mint, you can just sprinkle more mint into it. Give it a twist, in it goes. Finally, some Canada Dry Club soda. And that's very much done to taste. And then with the ice and all of the garnishes in there, we're going to give it a little stir. Lots of ice. Give it a stir.
Can I test this one?
Yes, and to test it, we have Julie here.
Yay!
Yeah.
Thank you.
If it's got bubbly,
It's got my
Julie.
name on it. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Delicious.
That one's all yours.
Thank you.
Okay, next step is our dough has been rising or proofing for about an hour. Might have been a little bit more than an hour, but come and look at this. It's about doubled in size. Look. So nice, okay? So now, I don't really understand this part, like the science of it, but it's what makes a pretzel, and you make a base bath. So it's basic, not acidic, hot water, and baking soda. So it's about 4 cups of hot water and half a cup of baking soda. In here. So this is oh, whoa, so just give that a little stir to dissolve it all. Okay, so we'll just let that mix there. I've preheated my oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's warming up right now. And now I'm going to shape the pretzels. So I'm going to take this and turn it out onto my surface here. And it says to cut it into 12 pieces, but I did a test the other day and I actually cut it into 16. So we're going to just... So now we have our sections. I'm going to take a section and you roll it into a long string. It's the fun part, you get your work out. so then I have to remember to do this. So I did this, go like this, see? Then you do a flip, like that. And then you go, ta-da! Okay, now you gotta dip it in the bath. Here. Oh, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. Okay, and then onto a prepared cookie sheet, like that, okay? So I'm gonna do that with a few more to fill the sheet up. Okay, so I have one tray full, and one thing I learned when doing my practice session of this is you need to salt them, because of course pretzels need lots of salt. You should salt them while they're a little bit damp, and that way the salt adheres. So once you've finished a tray, salt them right away. Oh, my oven's ready, that's exciting. So I'm using just a finishing salt. This is a Malden salt, and nice and salty. Oh, that's not nearly enough. More in here. So these are ready to go in the oven, 450 Fahrenheit for about 8 minutes, depending on your oven, might be a little bit more. Towards the end, keep an eye on it. For about 8 minutes, we're gonna pull them out. I think I'm just gonna leave them in for 1 more minute. Just a wee bit pale, so 1 more minute. Okay, I think they're done now. Oh, that's looking much, much better. Huzzah. Look at that. Oh, serving. I mean, is anything better than when it's just right out of the oven? So you can serve it, or they can keep for a few days in an airtight container, or if you want, you can freeze them. We're just gonna put them in here, and then best served with moutarde. Okay, so that's episode 5. Pretzels. Look, they look really good. Normally served with mustard or cheese sauce. We've got 2 sorts of mustards. Champagne mustard from Farm Boy, and this is a Dijon mustard from France. Anyway, so dig in. Bon appetit.
Oh boy.
Can't wait
Happy
to try
Après Ski.
these.
Ooh.